I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz.
Yeah, hello everybody. Welcome back. How is everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's the last episode, but we learned already we're going to be back, right?
Yeah,
so this is
season 2.
just for now, right? And it's good to see you again. It's a week already. I can always believe that. It's crazy, right?
Yeah,
Time
it
is
goes
flying.
flies by.
Oh God, but I'm happy to be back, and I watched the episode. We all watched the episode. We have a lot to talk. Hey, I know you want to say a lot of stuff. We're going to get to that in just a moment because Kay and I, and Maddie too, we talked about it for a second, and Kay has a lot to say. And you're right. You're totally right. But before, I definitely want to introduce my great panel, obviously, right? On my far left, we have Maddie Pocks in the house.
Yes, I'm Maddie Pocks. Happy to be back. Can't
Hello.
believe that the season is done. We have a lot to talk about. I agree. So I'm
For sure.
excited to get into it.
Awesome. And you have a very, very special segment tonight.
Yes, I do.
Special.
Yeah.
We don't say it yet.
Different. Yeah, different than the last.
I love it. Because
the
now,
big finale.
Because now I think I can work on that. You know, I can be part of that special segment. The first time, you know, in 12 episodes, I can make that, you know. Anyway, and we also have Kay Montgomery. Hello.
Hello.
Our news anchor.
Yes.
And you have some news for us?
I do. I have some exciting bit of news. Jeff being going to the Capitol and stirring things up. So
To the Capitol.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. And also, I mean, if you guys watched the show, the episode for me was very interesting. And also, as I learned now, very controversial, right? But we talk about that in just a second. But what we see is basically bling, bling, right? I can say that now, bling, bling, because we have a lot of Grillz, right? We know that back in the days that was very popular. It's still popular in a way, but not as much as in the 80s, 70s, 90s, I would say.
I would say it's still popular.
Really?
popular.
It's still
Yeah.
popular?
Popular.
Okay, it's just
Yeah.
me. I don't do it anymore.
I've
used to
had
do
a
it.
grill.
had
I'm
a
just
grill?
saying, like recently, like I had one, not made, but you can get them on Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, really?
You can get them for
Yeah.
like $20.
yeah.
Oh my
I've had a few of them.
God. If I would have
like
no,
them.
seriously, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then also we're gonna talk about Indian weddings, and that there are more than 10 million weddings in India every year.
Yeah, that was wild.
I was shocked. I was like, oh my God. But then also we're gonna talk about the Southern Decadence Festival.
Yes.
Carnival.
Yeah, in
There was a lot of
Orleans.
stuff, and
Yeah.
I really
New
liked that. We really
Orleans,
enjoyed it.
yes.
But let's start from the very beginning. The first thing I want to talk about is about our guy Johnny Dang, right? Johnny Dang, who's this kind of, he calls himself the king of bling. Right, the king of bling, and Kay is already, of course. No, say. But the interesting thing about this topic and jewelry in general, it's a $300 billion market,
Wow.
and they assume that it's going to be like double by 2035. I mean, guys, what do you think? This is crazy.
Crazy.
People love their bling.
Yeah.
Wow, I mean, I don't have anything, guys, nothing.
Do you
come on,
do you
I'm not at
usually
home.
not have anything?
No, I never wear anything. I'm naked.
Oh, interesting.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I know you're shocked, but
I was just gonna ask what, not the most expensive thing you've ever bought, but you know, how much jewelry do you guys have?
none.
No bling.
I
Not
seriously.
one thing.
You don't even have a necklace? A watch?
No.
You don't have a watch?
a
No.
ring?
No.
Promise ring? Anything?
No.
Wow.
Am I weird?
Here we go again. We're gonna have to go on the field
Maybe
trip.
it's a
we have so
German
many.
thing.
We have so many things that we need to do
Wow, I
from
really
watching
have-
these episodes. So we got to take you to Hollywood Boulevard, get you a grill, also get you some bling, some
Yeah.
type of. We
I think
got
I have
another
to change
assignment.
what I learned on this show so far is that I have to change my whole life. Right? I mean, seriously,
Literally,
guys. I'm
welcome
doing
to
it.
America.
I'm the most boring person on the planet because I didn't do anything of what we discussed, basically, if you think about it for
You
a
know,
minute.
I'm amazed that you don't have any jewelry.
I do not.
So interesting. If we
yeah.
have any Germans watching, I would be interested to know if the Germans that are watching think that maybe that's a German thing. Is that a cultural
Please
thing?
help me,
I have
people.
German friends, and they have at least one ring.
Oh, Maddie says you're just the weirdo. Sorry, babe.
That's okay.
Maybe,
Oh my God.
maybe he figured he didn't want to come to America with any bling.
That's
he wanted
exactly
to be different.
right. I sold everything in Germany
get
before
here.
I came because I wasn't sure about you guys.
Okay,
You know what I'm
all
saying?
right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Fair
But no,
enough.
anyways, but what about you guys? Tell me what you have. Show me what you guys have tonight. You have a watch right here, right?
I have a
I mean,
watch.
this is.
But-
Would you consider that jewelry? I mean, not really, right?
A
It's
watch?
a watch.
Yeah, watch is jewelry. I mean, my watch isn't blinky because it's wood.
Isn't it more
my watch is
accessory?
made out of wood,
You
but
still have some silver on the bottom.
But isn't that
That's
more an
true.
accessory? Wouldn't you call it more an accessory than
no,
than jewelry?
No, it's jewelry. It's
Okay.
jewelry. And then I usually wear a bracelet. I don't have a bracelet today.
Okay.
Depending, sometimes I have a couple of rings on.
Right.
I always wear earrings. Earrings are like my favorite thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting. What about you, Maddie?
This is the first time actually being on the show that I haven't worn my rings. So usually I have a bunch of, I like gold a little bit better than silver, but
Yeah.
now I'm mixing it up as I'm getting older for some
Come
reason.
on.
I don't know. Like I used to just wear gold, and then I have like one piece that I always wear, and I got it for graduation. That's like
Right.
an Hermes bracelet,
Right.
and that's about it. Like
But that's not too much, though. I mean, you know?
yeah, like I love necklaces. I always lose all my jewelry.
Right.
I don't know why.
Me too. I lose a lot.
Like
Right.
I'll go to wash my hands in a bathroom and I'll take off all my rings.
Right.
So now I'm not buying expensive jewelry.
Okay.
Like because I lose everything.
I mean, I'm just curious now, people at home, right? You guys are watching us right now. I mean, I know already I'm the widow, but let me know what are you wearing and how much do you spend actually? That's also a very interesting question. I mean, you can get something very cheap today. It might it looks expensive though,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Sometimes I see stuff, like even on the Walk of Fame in Hollywood, and it looks very expensive, but it just costs $5.
Yeah.
Like Grillz.
For example, Grillz. Coming back to Grillz, but what I learned on the show, which is crazy to me, some of the Grillz cost $250,000.
yeah, that was crazy.
And I was like, that can just be for a wealthy person. I mean, who else can buy that? Like, I mean, seriously, or rappers, right? And then coming to the topic that
who are
you
wealthy.
discussed.
Yeah.
Exactly. And now, talking about Johnny Dang and talking about the moment when Jeff comes in and basically, you know, talks to him for a minute, he also meets a person that I even remembered. Yeah, I remember this guy. I did. But he looked different. He lost a lot of weight.
Oh, did
I
you?
remember that very, like, in the first second, it was Paul Wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, I know, okay, give me a moment though. The interesting thing about this moment is Paul Wall got introduced as the person who basically got it all going at the very beginning with the Grillz, right at the beginning. So he basically said himself that he was the first one introducing it to the whole industry, especially the rap industry. But now, that's what I was saying in the episode. But now Kay has something to say. Go,
I
Kay.
just want to say, if you watch this episode and you heard Paul Wall say that he was the creator of the grill, and then Johnny Dang say that he made the first one and
Yeah.
like he made it for Paul Wall, you probably threw something at your TV like I almost did. I was screaming
this.
at my TV. Let me tell you something. let me tell you a little something.
Please. I mean, I want to hear it again. I got this already.
Listen.
Bob. Give it to me.
This is old news. The grill was not created by Paul Wall when him and Ludacris came up with the song Your Grill in 2002. The grill has been a mainstay of not only hip hop culture but just like African American culture.
True.
Okay? Just let me say that. So in the early 80s, there's a guy that is credited with creating gold teeth, gold fronts, gold grills. His name is Eddie Pline. He started in New York. Eventually, he moved down to Atlanta, and he has a shop. It's just straight up called Eddie's Gold Teeth. It's like super famous. Like every rapper you know, especially in the beginning, used to get their gold teeth from this guy.
Wow.
So Flavor Flav
I remember this guy.
in 1984 was
Yeah.
getting gold teeth from this guy. Gold teeth, diamond teeth. In 1988, one of my favorite rappers, Slick Rick, was on the album cover of a teenage love children's story with his gold teeth. It was something so ridiculous for him to claim that. I was just
Right.
like,
Yeah.
have you heard of Slick Rick? Like everybody knows Public Enemy, like early 80s.
Right.
Dudes have been rocking gold fronts forever before you, Paul Wall.
Right.
And also I felt like I was like, there we go, Slick Rick, my man. So I was so upset to just see. I felt like all we had to do was a little bit of investigation and research to find out that there was someone or multiple people doing this before 2002 and the Nelly and Ludacris Your Grill song. That's what I felt like.
yeah.
And I felt also like I wouldn't necessarily call it cultural appropriation, but I think what happens in the black community is we get upset when we create something and then it gets mainstreamed and then we don't get any credit for it.
I totally get
That's
that.
an issue, right? So, like, everybody get, like, you know, he went on his wall and was like, Justin Bieber has a grill, Kylie Jenner has a grill. Like, yo.
Yeah, those
have
are recent celebrities,
I was like,
which is annoying.
Yeah, I was like, that's fine. But
Right.
when you take something that is specifically, we know Black America created, and then you don't give any credit to Black America at all. And matter of fact, you find one of the 10 white rappers out of 1 million Black rappers to be the face. It's just very problematic.
No, I totally
for me.
understand.
I found it extremely problematic. There's Flav.
Yeah. He's been around forever.
And that was in Flavor Flav 1984?
Yeah, Flavor Flav came out in 84. This is probably like 86 when he started wearing these horns. But I'm just saying, like, this is old news. And
That's
so
very interesting.
Just give credit.
But why do you...
Black history is American history. Just give credit.
Of course. No. Thank you so much for pointing that out. Seriously, Kay, I really appreciate that. But why do you guys think they didn't do that? Because, as you say, it's so obvious, right? And even me, as a European guy, I know Flavor Flav. And now that you're telling me that and see the picture, I remember it.
Yeah.
I do. Because
Giant clock.
Exactly, right?
Maybe
why do you guys think that Disney Plus or the show didn't really pay attention to that? Seriously.
Well, I mean, it's the world according to Jeff Goldblum. So he doesn't necessarily have to, like...
Or the producers, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't necessarily have to cover everything, which I understand. Hey, I don't expect him to go into everything of everything. Yeah. But when you let somebody make wild proclamations like, I'm the first person to have a grill, you got to do some fact checking.
They could have cut that sentence out, because if anyone was going through the research of Grillz, and obviously they didn't, or they just kept that in there to, you know, get more viewers or like more of an effect on the audience, being like, wow, it's the first guy who made Grillz. Yeah, they could have just cut that out. They didn't have to include that, because it's not a right fact, obviously.
No, totally.
But yeah, I just... Maybe they couldn't get an interview with the original guy or Flavor Flav.
No,
yeah,
totally
and that
agree.
was possible, but
it was definitely.
It's still possible for you to say, oh, you know how he went all the way back to Egypt to tell you that's where it started. He could have told you where it started on this continent.
That's very true.
It started in the Black community. It started with Black Americans, right?
That's
I see BMW, which is the German car, your German band. I see them all over California. Just because I see them in California, does that mean they're from California?
No, they are from Germany.
They're from Germany. So give Germany its props. I don't say, oh, BMW, great California made car.
I mean, I totally agree. I mean, and definitely thank you so much for pointing that out, right? So we just want to acknowledge that on that show.
Yeah.
We definitely wanted to say what you just told everybody, which is great. And I mean, I have to say overall, this is still a great show, but we still have to agree on that point that they still had to make a bigger, like, investigation on that topic, right? They didn't do enough for this episode, at least, right?
Yeah.
So definitely agree. And then also the show is called The World According to Jeff Goldblum, but we all don't really know how much of an input he has on the content.
Right.
Real seriously, we don't know.
After obviously learning about these wrong facts, I looked up the show, and obviously Jeff is one of the producers. So
he is. Okay, I see.
So,
I gotcha.
Because I was wondering too. I'm like, who's behind this? They didn't do their research. Not saying maybe he didn't do his research, but there's little loose ends there, and I wonder if they're getting a lot of backlash.
And we don't want to sound negative, but we definitely want to be correct, right? That's basically the main purpose why we're doing this show,
right? We just want credit given.
We're giving credit to the right people. We are open. You know, we talk about stuff. But if someone is watching from Disney Plus or watching even from the show, The World According to Jeff Goldblum, let us know why you guys didn't talk about it. Seriously, who knows? Who knows who's watching it right now? Maybe someone who knows someone at the show who wants to talk about it. Please let us know. We would like to hear about it, right? It would be awesome. Right?
Yeah.
We never know.
Amazing show. We just want to know.
Of course, still an amazing show, but I feel like that's what this show is all about. That's why we have an after show, a panel talking about stuff, because we are real. We are straight to the point and open about stuff. And if it's not right, we talk about it and correct it. That's what we do.
That's what
we
do.
Boom. There you go. Talking about Indian weddings, which was a huge shock to me.
Yeah, that was interesting.
There are 10 million weddings in India alone every year. I mean,
that's crazy.
The first question I had, maybe that's the German, who's paying for that?
I mean, isn't it the daughter's family, or
that's right.
The bride's family?
It's always the bride's family who's doing that, right?
Yeah.
So that means, but they always look so expensive, and I'm assuming they're very expensive in a way, right?
They're beautiful. Yeah, beautiful.
And
I want an Indian wedding.
Exactly.
I had no idea everything was so symbolic though, because she was saying, you know, this is a symbol of the temple, and this is a symbol, and everything had a meaning. It wasn't just like being piled on for, you know, shininess sake or flashiness. So I thought that was really interesting.
Very culturally, and I really like that. Right? I mean, no offense, but in Germany, like you just, you know, you wear a suit and you wear a dress, and then you go to the church, you know, and you.
Do you wear any jewelry?
Me? No, I mean, I'm not married yet.
Do they wear any jewelry?
I'm single.
When you get married, will you wear jewelry? You're still gonna say no.
Yeah, I mean, I would wear the ring. That would be crazy.
Yeah,
I think about it. Me on the main point, and do you want to have the ring? And I said, no.
Oh,
I'm not wearing jewelry.
I see a lot of people tattooing the ring lately. The ring.
Oh, really?
Mark, yeah.
I think Angelina Jolie did that, right? Didn't she? Like,
That's
with
common
her old,
I see
like
a lot of that.
Mr. Thornton, his old dude.
Oh,
right?
Billy Bob.
Right, with him, she did a lot of interesting stuff.
Yeah,
right?
that was interesting.
But anyway, that was so interesting that and it's a huge community about Indian weddings. That's what I feel like. For me, I feel like back in Bollywood, like watching a Bollywood movie, like these dancers, and they're so happy, and everyone is having a good time, and they just do it, and they don't really. I'm assuming they don't even care about the money. It's not about, hey, can we spend so much? Can we do this? I think they always make it work, because for them it's more than just having that one day of celebrating the wedding. It's part of the culture, so they don't even think about money. I think.
Well, usually it goes on for a couple of days.
Yeah,
like it's not just one day. Yeah, like
True.
it's 3 days or something.
Right.
I've never personally been to one, but I have friends who have been to them for their family, and they're Indian, so they say it's like an entire weekend plus more days. Like it's this huge thing.
I love that.
I know, I love
That's
it too.
really cool.
I mean, I always love, that sounds maybe ignorant from my point of view, but I always love Bollywood movies. So just me saying that I can go to an Indian wedding would be amazing. You know, I would love that idea. Seriously. Anyway, that's just me again. But talking about the next topic, which was very interesting to me, and I'm not sure how I should think about it, but we are going now to Silver Lake and talking about our dog, Miss Piggy. And the diamond, and Miss Piggy was kind of transformed into a diamond to basically keep her. And I was like, let me think about it for a moment. I mean, I have a pet, and then out of a sudden, of course, the pet dies for some reason, or something happened, or it was old, or whatever happens, right? But then I just want to still keep it in a way, and now you have this kind of technology that you can transform your body material, or what we're made out of. We can just transform that into a diamond with the fabric we have, or whatever we have, material or something, carbon or something, right? But I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I should feel about that, guys. How do you feel? When I saw it, I was a little, okay, would I do that? Why would I have my pet as a diamond with me? How do you feel? Seriously.
Is it better than being cremated, though? I mean, like, having this sort of cremation in your house of your pet.
Well, he still had the ashes, too, though, because he said they just took a portion of it and made the diamond.
Yeah, but...
Diamond. I don't think it's a diamond.
I think I would do it, maybe.
It ain't no diamond.
I think I would do it.
You
or
would do
consider it.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you wear? The thing is, I thought he was gonna be like, and check out my earring from or like my ring.
Oh, that's my dog.
He just had it in a box. I was like,
maybe he'll make it into earrings eventually.
I was like, okay. I mean, I guess.
I got Miss Piggy right here, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'm too old school, but for me, it's like, hey, if someone. The memory is what you have, right? Which is still with you all your life, and you have it in you. You have it within you. You don't really need something materialistic to be reminded of something or someone you loved. Yeah. You know, I mean, of course, I have a picture of family members that I lost, for example. I understand, but I would never go the same way that he did with his dog, with anyone that I love. Because if you can do it with the dog, I'm assuming you can do it with anybody or with everybody, right?
Yeah. No, when my grandmother died last year, they had little pamphlets in the...
oh, they did it?
Yes, in the mortuary. They had pamphlets about you can get your loved one. And then they had like pictures of necklaces and like rings.
Interesting. I mean, hey, it's a free world.
Yeah.
Do
but
whatever
for
you
me
feel
too,
like.
it was a no. I was like,
I'm a little.
I might do it for a pet, but not a person.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know if I would do it for
Okay, but I have to ask her too, because she's part of our panel of our team. Steph, would you do that seriously? Please let me know.
Can you re-ask me that question?
Of course I can re-ask you that question. Let's say you have a pet.
Okay.
And your pet dies.
Okay.
Would you take that pet and transform it into a diamond, which reminds you of that pet that you had for so long because you loved it so much?
Hell no.
Thank you very much.
Hell no.
Moving on.
tell us how you really feel.
even play me, Kay. I know you're not on that game.
Okay, I appreciate
Why
your
am I
answer.
like the
though.
only one who would be like, yeah, maybe.
It's okay. Hey, it's a free
Just
world.
weird.
But I appreciate you, Steph. So, moving on. But it was just interesting. But hey, do whatever you feel like. At home, guys, please let us know. Would you do it? If you have a pet, please let me know. I would really like to hear about that. Moving on to the next topic, which is also very interesting. It's a Southern decadence, if I said it correctly, festival.
Yes.
Carnival.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which for me, it's interesting because isn't that something that we all kind of do in a way when we go out for Halloween, for example, when we do any kind of carnival, we basically dress up and have a good time, and we have a lot of bling bling too, right? If we do that, I think the majority of people do.
When the lady came out with those eyelashes and that giant diamond necklace, I just could not take my eyes off that necklace. I was thinking to myself, like, is there any way that I could make it? Where could I wear it and not look too crazy? I know I can't wear it to church. Where can I get my husband to take me where I could wear it? I just love that. You know what I'm talking about? The diamond that was like almost to her shoulders, and then it came down. Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, you can pretty much wear it anywhere.
Oh, I loved it.
I was just going to say anywhere in Hollywood, and people wouldn't blink twice.
If you go to West,
okay.
If you go to West Hollywood, they're going to go crazy about that.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Abbey, go to the Abbey.
Go to the Abbey.
Oh, you're going to be a star if you go to the Abbey.
Yeah,
That's
you could go to the Abbey. You could go on Santa Monica Boulevard, West Hollywood.
Right. Just put on a mini dress, thing, and then boom, walk down the street. Seriously,
I just love that necklace so much.
That was
beautiful.
And
it was mesmerizing.
And they did a great comparison. I just wrote that down, but I also have it in my head because I couldn't forget about it. It's shine equals value equals empowering.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting to me.
Interesting.
Think about it. So that means if you see someone who's shining and blinking and whatever, it has a certain value to you as a person who's just watching that. No, seriously, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And then automatically it empowers the person who's wearing it. Do you feel the same if you wear jewelry that you feel more empowered? We had the same with lipstick. Does that the same thing to you guys?
I think to an extent. I mean, if I had jeweled eyelashes on and a huge necklace, I would feel like everyone's kind of staring at me, and I wouldn't like that attention, depending on where I am.
You wouldn't like that attention?
Not really.
I thought people would like, or
it depends
also
where
women
you
would
are.
like that attention.
It depends where you are. Like if I'm wearing...
Women don't always like attention.
Really?
Benjamin.
That's why I'm single. Damn. That's the problem, people.
Clearly
right here.
you like a lot of attention.
No, but I'm giving a lot of attention to the women, and now I know why they're always running away. Anyway, thank you for that. That's like a dating show almost here, guys. Very good, very good. But before we come to the special segment, we have to talk about Jeff's grills.
Yes.
And I personally kind of like those. I think it suits him very well. The golden grills that he was wearing at the end of the show. I mean, you didn't like it?
I got the feeling that he didn't like it.
Really?
He put them on and he was like, ugh.
I thought he loved it, actually.
I was like, oh, he doesn't seem very excited.
Yeah. I feel like he needed silver grills.
So,
I don't know, the
really?
golden...
I love the golden.
I know he's Goldblum, and yeah, they want to give him gold
You
grills.
know what? You're right about that. Because his hair is
It's
silver. Maddie knows. Trust Maddie when it comes to that stuff. She knows.
I trust both of you guys. Buying
Yeah,
it.
he
I
needs
think you're
silver.
right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. We talked about that. It's silver, not gold.
Or platinum.
I was wrong.
Platinum.
Yeah.
I'm always wrong. Damn. Anyway, now getting to the special segment that I'm also really happy about and excited about because I can be part of it, actually. So let's do it. Maddie, are you ready?
Yes, I am so ready. So new segment again for the season finale.
Okay.
So we're going to do Whose Grills Are These? Celebrities.
Katy Perry.
I got it.
Did you look at my
I said
sheets?
I got it, and he just said, "Okay, keep going, keep going."
People,
Okay,
did you see that? Oh,
Okay.
man. Please write me.
One for you.
Okay, number 2.
Chrissy
Kylie
Teigen.
Jenner.
Close.
Chrissy Teigen.
Nope.
Kardashian.
It is a card.
Kim Kardashian.
Sort of.
Kim Kardashian.
Yep.
Easy.
Okay, next one.
Chris Brown.
Oh, that's like...
Oh, I need to be closer. Yep, that's Chris
How
Brown.
did
How did you know?
He looked at my thing.
I promise you guys.
Name a Chris Brown song right
That
now.
was the
Name a Chris
tiniest
Brown
little
song.
image.
Oh, snap.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a hip hop guy, okay, people?
Okay.
Damn.
Next one.
I got this.
Say, run it, I'm dead. I'm wheezing
There's
right now.
actually no next one.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
that's Chris Brown.
Okay. Well,
Name another person off the top of your head.
Yeah, who has girls.
She's gonna give us their initials, and then you name the person that the initial she's gonna give. Go.
The initials? What do you mean? Like any initials?
Okay. So
Because
the
she would
other.
have said CB, and then we had to guess Chris Brown.
Oh,
she
Okay, so there was another older woman who's probably, I think, in her 60s now.
Madonna.
Cher.
How did you know?
Because Madonna had a grill, and it was a huge thing.
There's the photo.
It was
She
like
has the gap.
what is she doing right now?
But I still won though, right?
You did kind of win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one more, and we
Okay, one more.
discussed him a little earlier.
Flav, Slick
Starts
Rick.
with an N.
Nas.
Nelly.
Yes.
This
Nelly.
dude.
No, the thing, guys, I have a very
was in there
specific thing
somewhere, I
with
guess I-
faces.
Oh, are you really good with
I'm
fake names
actually
and
quite
faces?
good with faces,
Oh.
very bad with names. Seriously, guys. So if I'm meeting someone, say, hey, fuck, you know the face, but
Hey,
you don't.
you?
Yeah, how's it
You
going?
like to do
and I'm
that?
always trying to work around the name. Do you know that feeling?
Ah,
if
I
you
do
have
know
to
that
work around
feeling.
it.
I do
And then
know that
someone all of
feeling.
a sudden, hey, Brian. I said, oh, hey, Brian, how's it going, man? And then because someone said it for a millisecond, and then I remember it.
Yeah.
It's just a
I'm
situation.
like,
You got to
Yeah.
do what
Opposite.
Steph. You
I
know what
can't do
Steph
that.
does. She calls everybody boo. Hey, boo.
Oh, you call me.
Am I being outed right now, girl? What?
You
Oh,
got
Steph-
to. You
oh,
got to
Steph, you
use
called me
Steph.
boo?
No,
in the
I
past?
say, hey, boo, queen.
I'm
Hey,
the-
cutie.
That's what you got to do.
But I also know everyone's names, Kay, before you drag me real
That
quick.
is true. She's never called me Boo or Bay or anything like that.
Oh,
She
she
always
calls
says
me
Maddie.
Boo. Oh, she calls me.
But I
boo.
need to know that
Oh.
now. What am I for you, Steph?
She doesn't know your name.
Let's
Sexually
see.
harassing her
I
in the
think I've
workplace.
called
That's what you do.
Boo, hey, boo.
I like that.
Ben Boo.
Ben Boo.
Benny
Ben
Boo
Boo.
Boo.
All right, I'm getting out from here.
I appreciate you though. All right, and now
my
coming
gosh.
to the news section that I'm also excited about.
I got a good shot of Jeff. Look at Jeff.
Ooh, man in
out
black.
here in these
good.
Sacramento streets. Okay, so the news for this week is that Jeff has been advocating for a ban on single-use plastics. So here in California, there's
Right.
basically a ban on plastic straws. So he's working for single-use plastics. Single-use plastics would be like if you go to Starbucks and you use the plastic coffee cup, right?
Right.
So he's trying to go for a ban against that. Now,
Love
why this ban is great is that this SB 54 and AB 1080 are looking to end single-use packaging by 75% in the next decade.
Wow.
So it's a huge measure. It's not a soft pedal situation. And he went up on Capitol Hill and spoke about it.
I love that.
And was taking meetings with lawmakers. So there's Jeff
Nice.
handing out metal straws, also out, politicking, making the world a better place. That's
Metal
our guy.
straws.
Good for
Metal straws.
Metal straws?
Didn't even know it exists. Interesting. Wow. Thank you so much for pointing that out. So
Yeah.
you see, he's not
Yeah.
just doing his shows. He's doing something like for everybody in the world. Like
Yep.
Appreciate that. And he looks good though. He looks like Man in Black.
Yeah,
could be
he
in a-
always looks great.
could be on a
So
movie.
sharp.
Damn.
Yeah, he looks
Thanks.
Skinny tie.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Not a
Thank you.
problem.
Also, Maddie, great
Thank
special
you.
segment because I won. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, wow, it's already the end of the show. Guys, oh my God, don't cry. I know it's hard.
tearing up.
But,
One
you know,
season two.
But we're going to be back, people. I mean, there's no question about that.
Season 2?
I mean, I don't know when. We don't know when.
We don't know
right?
when.
We don't know when.
Yeah.
But we're definitely going to be back. I have a feeling it's going to be in 2020 because the year just started.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
Yeah,
I mean,
hopefully.
they're not going to take a whole year to
Yeah, I don't
release
think
all these shows. Anyway, until then, thank you so much for joining. Right? It was a great panel. I love you guys. Seriously, it's great
Same.
with you
We
guys.
love
I think we are the
you.
best
Same.
panel on the planet. Right? And you also at home, you know that's true. Right? Okay, but before we come to an end, Maddie, where can everyone find you? Damn it!
You can find me on Instagram at Maddie Pocks. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the season. Hope you enjoyed our lovely panel. I had a lot of fun doing this.
Yep, and you guys can catch me at Host K. That's HOSTKAY. I'm on Twitter and on Instagram.
Awesome, yeah, and my name is Benjamin Schnau, like the dog, without the Z-E-R, right? You know that. And yeah, but what we also going to do, Kay and I, we're going to be live in the next couple of minutes
Yep.
doing Little America.
Little America.
And I have to tell you guys, it reminded me of my own life. Literally.
I wish I could.
I know Maddie also wanted to be on the show, but she cannot make
I
it ever, but we're
can't.
going to think about you. We do.
I can't wait to
No, but
watch
sure.
it. So
You're definitely gonna
you
do
guys
it.
all
So
have to
good.
tune in.
And I'm going to greet you until we're
So
going to be on the
good.
show. And yeah, so I'm going to do another show, another German show. I'm not sure what it is now because I'm doing my research right now because I just realized there are a lot of shows on different streaming platforms from Germany. So I'm going to let you know as soon as possible. God, find me on Facebook and Instagram at Benjamin Schnau, and we're going to see you in the next minute.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.